InDesign, your frame fitting options when placing images. So I'm going to start out by drawing a rectangular frame. And I'm going to File, Place. File, Place brought up this menu where I then can choose an image, and it automatically places it in that frame. However, it doesn't fit the image, does not fit the frame, but InDesign has some automatic options to help you with that. The frame fit options are in the bottom of the Properties panel. Go to the Frame Fitting option, Fill Frame Proportionately. Fill Frame Proportionately says, fill up this frame with as much of the image as possible without stretching or distorting it. We're not going to get 100% of our content in there, but it won't be distorted and the size of our frame will not change. Now, delete the image using Command Z, place it again, and go to the second frame fit option, which is Fit Content Proportionately. Select that, which is the second option, and it fills the frame, but not entirely, because the frame and the picture are different proportions. Delete, place, and now choose Fit Content to Frame. Fit Content to Frame does exactly that. It fits the entire image within the frame. Your frame doesn't change, but this can mean that your image, your content, gets squished or stretched or distorted. So let's look at the next one, which does the opposite. So Command Z to delete your image, place it into the frame again, and this time, over here in our frame fit listing, we're going to go to the fourth option. Remember, we've looked at Fill Frame Proportionately, Content Proportionally, Fit Content to Frame, and now Fit Frame to Content. And you see there how it changes the size of the frame, not the image. It gives you a larger frame that the image will fit in without distortion. Command Z, delete, place image, and the next one we're going to look at is Center Content. Now I'm going to go over here to our frame fit options and select Center Content, and notice it doesn't really seem to do anything. That's because it was centered when it was originally placed. So let's move the image around independent of the frame, like that. And now if we click Center Content, boom, you can see it puts it right in the center. Okay, again, Command Z to undo, get us an empty frame. And we're going to place the image, same image. And this time use the last option of frame fitting, which is Content Aware Fit. With this option, the artificial intelligence in the system is going to look at your image, decide what is the locus or the focal point or the most significant part of that image, and place your image in the ideal location within the frame for a good composition. So you can see here it adjusted the red panda so it's not in the center of the frame, but it's slightly off center. This is following typical rule of thirds and other norms of design that say, putting your focus of attention right in the center is not a good thing. You want to be off in one. Remember that you don't have to do this one image at a time. You can select a group of images that you've placed on the page and then select your frame fit option, and it will be applied to all of them at once. Finally, you may have noticed next to the frame fit options that there is a option you can check or uncheck called Auto Fit. Auto Fit, if you're getting annoyed with the image content itself being separate from the image frame, and then when you try to move one, the other doesn't move with it, checking Auto Fit will help you deal with that issue. So you see now, as I adjust the size of the frame, the image is adjusting with it and also staying proportional. as opposed to cropping the image or losing part of it or stretching the image. So if you're adjusting a lot of frames and you want the image within it to adjust within that frame, AutoFit is a useful tool. However, sometimes it can create other problems down the line. So if you start getting annoyed with it, you can just uncheck it. You can see here how I've unchecked it, and now I can grab and select the image independent of the frame once again and manipulate it in all sorts of ways, and the frame is staying the same because I have AutoFit unchecked. Check AutoFit again, and you will be able to move the image frame and the image file itself at the same time.